Hello, hello, hello once again. Welcome to another live stream. How are you guys doing today? Sorry about this whole mess here. YouTube's, what is it called, low latency configuration appears to be having a little bit of an issue, so we've got to bring up some larger buffer for you guys. I know you guys on Twitch are working quite alright, so you got to see me go through a lot of the troubleshooting shenanigans. So let's just jump right on over to the StarCraft stream and get things... That's not StarCraft button. There's the StarCraft button. There it is. And get things going. And as we were just starting a moment before, we are going to be starting off with some direct strike commanders, because that's something that's familiar to everyone. Let you guys see what kind of shenanigans we're going after. Started off nice and calm because it's already exciting in all the wrong ways. But hello guys, welcome everyone. Now the chat's coming and flooding on through. Haha. Guess fifth time is the charm. Welcome to the party, guys. Why is it echoing for you? Well, that I don't know. Do you have the do you have it open twice somewhere? How am I? I'm doing quite alright. Just waiting for the well, now StarCraft servers to give me this game I wanted. It was working fine a moment ago. We actually already started a game of it once, while waiting for the technical difficulties to rectify themselves. Unfortunately, they did not, and I had to manually restart everything about 5-ish times. It's great. And again, the joys of streaming. Just kind of how it works. Echo, 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 echo. Not today. There's this. Go. Nice. So it looks like my StarCraft is having issues connecting to the server, so give me one moment. Let's go ahead and bring up some music while we wait for this to rectify. Today is just the technical difficulty day. Funny, that's just the way it is all of a sudden. Go ahead and stop that one real quick. Bring up some good old music while we wait for the game to come back online. Plan on doing viewer games? Absolutely. But we'll be, for the moment, I'll do some custom lobbies and let you guys join in. Do I ever play regular Direct Strike, or do I prefer Commanders? I play both. Commanders is the one that seems to be popular. Have I ever read Great Expectations? I don't believe I have. I actually haven't read a good book in a while. I should fix that. There we go. Alright, now we have a lobby. Let's do this. Commanders is by far the more fun mode. I mean, I don't know if I can agree to that one. Commanders definitely has some issues, but it certainly has a bit more variety. First StarCraft live stream. Oh, welcome to the party, Cuber. What level would you consider yourself in game? I don't understand the question. YouTube seems to lag about 7 seconds behind Twitch. Yes. The average lag was about 10 seconds, which is a lot better than what it used to be, but you know, it's there. He's going to go so well. Oh no, of course. So, music, I was messing around with the music editor, or the music player a bit. I tried to get some, whatchamacallit, what is it called? A compressor on it to make it so I don't have to worry about editing the volume for each and every song. But I need to fix it because the compressor is also making it so I can't change the volume of the music, like hardly at all. Because every time I turn it down, the compressor turns it back up. Which is kind of the point of the compressor, but still. Is there anywhere you have a list of music you use for streams? The only thing I have right now is what's on screen. The music ticker. Other than that, I don't have any kind of online playlist that I can just copy paste or show around. If you guys, speaking of Twitch being ahead of YouTube, if you guys on YouTube do want to catch up to Twitch, you can actually theoretically get ahead of Twitch because that's, I don't know why. You can go to the, what is it called? The cog symbol, the option symbol, and set it to about 1.5 speed. And that will cut through the buffer and get you all the way to real time. Gonna die inside watching this. Oh, I'm totally not gonna be doing terrible, terrible things. And, you know, not at all actually doing good builds that are expected to win. Because that would be horrible. Alright, so we've claimed the middle, despite the Zerglings being there. Ta-da! Go ahead and get up some defensive words. Messages are being read. I always read messages, or at least I always try. Can't change speed. Curious. Okay. Can only change quality. Yeah, so that's probably related to what was happening at the start of the stream. There was having issues connecting to YouTube servers and such. And we're having some fairly significant problems. Like, an entire feature is just not working at all. And don't forget in early guess it's safe in Commander's mode. Yeah, pretty much. That's a fairly good piece of advice. Although I've been finding that working toward just owning the middle seems to work better for everyone, but I suppose that's not a surprise at all. Go ahead and get... I'm gonna get regeneration anyways. Like, leap is obviously a bit stronger here, but regeneration gets more powerful as time goes on. Do I plan on streaming Forge today? Unlikely, as my streams only last about 2.5 hours. So it's difficult to fit in multiple games unless something happens about it. Mid is always best, but in Commanders, however, guess usually safe while still holding middle. So, yes... I mean, I guess I shouldn't be talking too much because I'm not that experienced at the game. But I find that while mid is best, owning... Okay, yeah, Kerrigan coming in to clean me up. Alright, that works. I mean, this is a game against other players. It's not about what's best, it's about making sure you're better than the opponents. In terms of actually winning the game. And in that regard, owning the middle is far, far superior than just being defensive. It's like admitting that we're going to let the opponents have a significant advantage just because it's quote-unquote safe. Alright, so now we should be able to march across this field and do some serious damage. Extra damage versus light. Hey, Sergeant Matthew. So StarCraft is an RTS. It's about as, how do you say? About as pure of an RTS as I've ever seen an RTS get. And it's basically, you know, your base building with building management. Wow, this player's going real hard in tier 1 units. Alright, so we're gonna have to do some hard countering here. This is fine by me. Primal Igniters should eventually solve this. It has your base building elements with your regular units that you command around. Do I prefer StarCraft or Forts? That's a good question. I don't actually know. StarCraft is definitely more fleshed out, for sure. It has more options, more things you can do. Let's see. What we really need, what I would like, is this Tychus player to get actually beaten down. It's weird to see a Tychus player not get beaten down. Get a couple of these. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we've got mostly a full wave running in here, and we should just be able to walk across this now. Or Kerrigan's gonna come over here and tank everything, while the Hydralisks blow everything away. So that Kerrigan's gonna cause us a little bit of an issue right now. And I have a solution to that. Impaler. Well, this isn't regular StarCraft. This is a custom game mode. This is like playing auto chess in Dota, which is actually a fairly accurate description. Less panic building in StarCraft. No, I would not agree with that one at all. Oh yeah, no, it's the defensive structures that absolutely make it safe to gas up instead of building additional units at the beginning. That's kind of the whole point. It's not about whether or not it's safe, it's whether or not it's a good play. And I'm entirely certain it's not a good play. Alright, so now we should be dealing a bit better with this whole Kerrigan issue. Unfortunately, we still need more damage output. And to get this ability, we should be burning down the Kerrigan a little bit here. Alright, so now this is going to be a problem. This. Don't do this. That's way too much economy so soon. I mean, red's doing alright, but should be doing better. If we can claim that middle, things will be going even better. What is my favorite StarCraft arcade game mode? Probably Direct Strike. Let's take it away. I think it broke the siege tank. That's unfortunate. Alright, Impalers. Impale things. How do you upgrade to tier 2? Just on your worker units, there is an upgrade button that you can use to tier 2. Figured it out. Yeah, that 3 gas is going to cost us mid, so I'm just going to gas up because team has elected to let the enemies have all the economy in the world, which I suppose is not a surprise. So I'm just going to gas up myself because it's apparently clear that we're not winning this game, or not winning this wave. Can I stream PUBG? Yeah, no. Not that big on battle royales. Another one of these guys. Need a bit of splash damage is what we really need. Unfortunately, we don't get access to that till tier 3. Yeah, these Zerglings would cause a problem. Actually, I think the Impalers do splash damage, right? Or the Igniters? Come on, please take care of Kerrigan. Alright, now this is the problem. They're stacking the cars. There's no way I'm getting on top of my wave so long as that Tychus is still sitting there. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. That it's the Igniters do splash. Is this just single lane minion summoning fest? Basically, yes. That's a fairly accurate description. Yeah, no, we can't economy this much and expect to win this. We've practically thrown this game. And for the love of God, we need to get rid of these Tychus units. I don't think I've ever had a reason to... I don't think I've ever uttered those words. That the Tychus units are causing us a problem. Huh. Dude. Alright. They're freely got to see... Not only are they out damaging us here, they made it to tier 3 and are stacking siege units. Alright. Well, I mean, Zagara is not bad against Tychus, which is... like, well, to be fair, no one's bad about Tychus. Tychus, chosen one. I don't think this has nothing to do with your Tychus strat. Nothing to do with your Tychus strat at all. Let's get these guys going here. Okay, this is all being healed up by Nakara, so I did this incorrectly. Alright, so managed to take out Tychus without too much of an issue. But can we clear out the Zerglings? Ooh, we clear out the Zerglings. Gotta clear out Kerrigan. We cleared out Kerrigan, and we should be pushing back here. Alright, alright, alright. All I have to do is just build a lot more units and get an upgrade. Solve those problems. Alright, so we're stacking up a bit here. We should be dealing some damage now. I've got some siege units in the back. The game looks messy. Oh, yes. Yes, it does. Anyone can win against anyone if they know what they're doing. Except for maybe Tychus, because Tychus is so easy to hard counter. Alright, now, where is there Nakara? Give me you. Please burn down Nakara. You. Oh, it's gonna activate super heal. That's unfortunate. Yo, we are dying. I need more units. Get another primal igniter. Could use some single target DPS back here. Oh, that will help immensely versus the Zergling wave. There's igniters and impalers. Should answer a lot of our problems. Now, unfortunately, I don't think the Zagara wave is capable of destroying what we're facing off against here. Yeah, not with that Nakara sitting there. That's gonna cause a problem. It's gonna heal everything up super fast. Oh well. I need to take up the tier 3. Like, there's no other question here. The units I need to carry this are not available to me before tier 3. Alright, dump here in the siege tank. Yeah. Yep, GG. Yeah, here once we lost the moment we decided to go so gas heavy at the beginning. GG. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I did. Well, that's not a surprise, I suppose. Tychus support is OP. I mean, it's strong. The problem is it has to be in order to make up for the lack of everything else useful in Tychus's arsenal. So, a trick is not go aggro. Yes and no. I don't know if I can agree to that. Like, it's going super defensive. Tychus is extremely strong because then you can, survive and stack up to the next wave. The problem with doing that is you suddenly have a wave that can't actually hurt the enemies, and then you're not dying, you're also not winning. Not a good way of winning. If you can't stack, you'll lose more often. Yes, definitely. Always find the long-term trick of Tychus goes Mass Marauder with Nux to drag enemy air to the ground. Or Vega. Yeah, I can see that being a good tactic. That's when I tend to go for aircraft because, what's his name? The mech that supposedly has anti-air is like the ultimate useless anti-air target. So it's like, eh. Makes Tychus extraordinarily weak versus aircraft of any kind. When his primary anti-air ability is tied to a one-off ability that doesn't work half the time. Which is, it really needs to be fixed. Alright, so I'm spawning first again. Yeah, due to the Warhound turrets, ironically doesn't do enough AA damage. Yeah, no, it's real bad. It's real bad. Probably the best anti-air available is Tychus or the Marauder, with the Marauder not even able to shoot up, which is saying something. Okay, get this guy out here. Gone for Han and Horner this time. And this time we own mid. For those wondering on the numbers of this, owning mid is equivalent to having 2 gas geysers. So it's always better to own mid. That, and by owning mid, you deny the mid to the other team. That wave died faster than I anticipated. Okay. So we no longer own mid, but fortunately, that will change quickly. There we go. Come on, blow it away. Get him, get him, get him. Haha. So, Dr. Bean, I know you're listening. Against a character like Alarak, the Cyclones have much higher DPS than, what are they called, the Goliaths. Alright, so we own mid pretty solidly, so I am going to gas. And then start... got those guys, which are light units. So I'll make a couple of these. And then tech up. What is my favorite race? Definitely Zerg. Nux too expensive for what you get. That's pretty much the entire description of everything Tychus. Far too expensive for what you get. Try Swarm Host Spam? I just had a video on that. Yeah, just a couple Cyclones right behind these Goliaths would just absolutely obliterate Alarak. Get an unrecoverable amount of damage output. Drop these guys here. How much to the health do they have? 60, which means they need 2 hits from the primals. Primal worms. That's fine. Alright, so as long as we can wreck that Han and Horner wave, we'll be alright. When's the next Fort stream? Probably Saturday. Do I have room in Blizz friend lists? I don't think so. I get a lot of friend requests. Alright, so what's going on here with this wave? Alright, this wave desperately needs... Astrono, you desperately need an infested bunker in there. That will solve many of your problems. We need to get... Alright, so he's going for... These guys should actually work out pretty well. Let's dip them right back here. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to carry up this Alarak wave as well. Yeah. Saw that one coming a mile away. Fortunately, already building the counter to that. Can anyone in stream join these games? Anyone at all can join these games. If they're in stream or not. Alright, now that infested bunker. So the infested liberator is a strictly anti-air unit. That's not going to help. Alright, so notice how this wave is doing much stronger. Definitely need some more infested bunkers. Tychus' main problem is lack of cost-effective AoE. He's got a lot more problems than that. Beware Han and Horner can counter the mutas? Yes. Yes. Han and Horner can counter a lot of things. That's kind of one thing he does very well. But he is building Reapers. And what are they called? Reapers and anti-ground units, so... not that big of a concern right now. He's going to have to tech switch out of it pretty quickly. Infested bunkers are the most cost-effective HP in the game? Yes. More importantly, they do a lot of good damage versus things like these adepts while tanking. It should solve a lot of those issues. See, suddenly much better. Alright, let's get one more of these guys. Now, I don't want to build invest too heavily into mutas, because mutas are pretty deftly defeated by... Oh dear. Alright, Cyclones. Why are they not locked onto Alarak? Oh, Alarak. Oh, Alarak managed to make it all the way to tier 3 already. And they're investing so heavily into all the technology and their own economy, and we're not beating down their waves. Like, alright, so now Han and Horde has made a mistake. Because this is what I expected him to do. I expected him to go into these Deimos Vikings, which get absolutely obliterated by mutas. So, haha. Joke's on you. Micro to Hakas. Doesn't matter. I don't have a leap ability for him, so not planning on getting it right now, so it's no micro needed. Alright, let me try helping this out. Alright, so this Immortal will try to deal with these bunkers decently well. Need more things. Alright, so now that he's gone aircraft, I can pretty safely spread out a couple of these guys. Start cleaning up those all those sky creatures. I need to get some upgrades here of my own. Are the Cyclones in front? No, they're just moving to front. Honestly, just more Cyclones to hit critical mass should fix that issue he's having there. Alright, so now these rays will do a little bit better. Fortunately, I have detection, and the rays are going to go away. And now my entire wave walks across almost unscathed. Aha! Well, before burning down horribly. Alright, so that Phoenix is going to cause a problem. Yeah. Rip that wave forever. Yeah, what's happening here is we're just losing our waves 1v1. Our teammates are building the things that are being countered by what's on the field, so that's only going to end horribly for us. I need to gas up to try to carry super hard. But hey, good news. Starting to win the wave. This poor Hun and Hoarder keeps tech switching and hoping. Oh, wow. Zerg units don't like being hit by those airstrikes at all. Oh, well. Yeah, this is going to be an issue. You can't put 3 into gas and then expect to win your waves like this. And then it messes up. It throws the entire team under the bus, and then the whole team loses. Can't do that. If he got leaped and 9 volatile infested, he would be far more. Yes. Yeah. Yes, burn down Alarak with your super vomit. Aha. He even got a mothership. Now he's just BMing us, guys. Like, this is the guy who's saying, you guys are so bad, you're letting me get to tech level 3, maxing gas, and get a mothership. Into Widow Mines. Like, I'm just gonna ignore what this Haunted Horner player's doing, because he's not doing anything useful right now. Like, he's trying so hard to figure out what works, and just keeps building units that don't work. If he spawns enough Brood Queens, you guys can actually win this. Well, I mean, that's the same with any unit. You spawn enough Zerglings, you can win anything. So a couple of things he needs to do. He needs to spread these guys out so they stop getting hit hard. Needs to, yeah, I don't know. I mean, more units. Blood for the blood gods. Did I get that second one off? No. Alright, I need to drop this right here. Draft blocker. I'm not gonna get the upgrade. He ate the mothership. Oh my. I did not see that one coming. I thought the motherships were heroic units. Alright. Well, that was unexpected. Oh, well, I thought that's what I was saying. I thought the mothership was a heroic unit. I guess not. I was wrong. Yeah, look at those cyclones starting to pay off, taking out all that wave. Alright, let's drop this back here, deal with these things real quick. Let's get one upgrade on the carapace. We're gonna lose our bunker. He just eats the mothership. Alright, alright. But he can eat heroic tags? I don't think he can eat heroic tags. Like, he can't eat Tychus. Sovereign battlecruiser. Yep. I'm actually quite lucky the Han and Horner player is inexperienced. He can just not named heroic units? Oh well, I'll have to take your word for it. I've never seen it, so but I can't say otherwise. You try clicking on this mothership. Yeah, the mothership is heroic, and he can eat it. All right, well, well, there we go. Blow away the Wrathwalker. Please eat the mothership. Thank you. I'm so glad I don't have to micro that. Get this rolling. I still don't want to get this aerial burst upgrade. I don't want it. I don't want the creepers splashing on the battlecruiser. First to see me not what am I gonna micro? He's using his abilities about as effectively as I can. Alright, Astrono, these infested liberators literally doing you nothing. Stop building them. They're expensive. Micro everything? I'm already devouring the mothership. I'm already roaring as we're going in. What else do you want from me? Like, watch the mothership. Hands free. Oh. That. No! He missed! Why you so miss? Oh well. That one should definitely have microed. Well. Alright, let's see if we can help out this. Let's see. He's definitely going to burn that guy down. Gets it separated, so let's just deal with some of this heroic action. Heroic Tal'Darim nonsense. Make it go away, please. Come on, one more shot. There we go. Alright, we got another level up available to us. That's not level up. This is passive regeneration, please. Alright. Dump you guys here. Clear this out, thank you. Alright. I'm kinda need that mothership to be devoured. Thank you. Do I want to get another muta just to help deal with this battlecruiser, or are these 3 mutas sufficient? The 3 mutas appear to be mostly sufficient. Oh, the splash damage on that. Yeah, 3 mutas are sufficient for now. Yeah, if I can get another primal attack upgrade, make those suicide waves be even stronger, that would be nice. Good. I didn't even have to blow up the mothership myself. Isn't that nice? So, I'm gonna start doing that, causing his abilities to, okay, looks like he's purchased a second battlecruiser. So I'm gonna blow it up real quick by unlocking this, and suddenly no more battlecruisers. Bye! I'm gonna want to get some more mutas to deal with those battlecruisers if he's getting a second sovereign. Need more tankiness? I need to carry this team. And for that, tankiness is not going to do it. Swan could definitely benefit from Goliaths at multi-target. Yes. And also Cyclones. And also just more things. And also Thors. Hello, hey, Shake coming in with the first donation of the live stream. Welcome to the party. Looks like our, actually that explains why he wasn't doing anything. Our Swan appears to have been AFK, which is rather unfortunate. Please nuke these, and not all the things that you need to nuke. I have hosts, in case you didn't notice. Got a lot of them. They're doing host things. Need a couple more mutas. Deal with these battlecruisers. Oh, you mean swarm hosts as opposed to creeper hosts? I mean, alright. Thank you, Mr. Getol. Right, and then I'm gonna have to drop this here. Ooh. All of that into Alarak. Suddenly, all of those consumable dudes just disappearing. Yeah, this Tal'Darim mothership's gonna be an issue all of a sudden. Without the Swan Wave here to deal the damage. And I'm gonna have to start doing some more ground tankiness myself. Let's drop these guys over here. There we go. But our hosts are stacking, so that's good. Yes, I'm aware of the difference between primal and creeper hosts. Alright, blow all this away, clean up. But honestly, I think just more creeper hosts is gonna solve the problem because they don't appear to have a means of easily dealing with it. Like, Dahaka's tanky enough, it looks like. We've got multiple ways. All of those consumable Zealot wannabes falling before us. Let's get in some more of this, one more of this. It doesn't even make Stalkers. I mean, Stalkers in this case I don't think are going to be a good option for him. Stalkers don't have that great DPS. They're not going to save him. And versus... yeah, Stalkers aren't going to save the Alarak here. For sure. Something like Void Rays might actually do him pretty well. Get one more creeper host, and then we'll start getting a bit more tankiness on the ground. Yes. Yes, we will keep any defensive structures of an AFK or or player that has left until it is destroyed. And then it won't respawn. When it respawns, or when it dies, it won't respawn, but you know, that's not right now. It's alright, man. Life takes precedence. It happens. Alright, so we need some ground tankiness, some things that'll work well for that, our Ultralisk or Tyrannosaurs. Because we don't have a whole lot of things, I'm going to get a couple Ultras. Armored units, though. Ugh. This is going to be a rough call. This is not going to be a cost-efficient choice, but it's what I'm making.
We require more minerals.
These will die pretty hard to the immortals, but we gotta have something on the ground to tank for it. Just massive some lings. That's another thing I was thinking about, but things like the whatchamacallit, these Alarak bats, they already hard counter the lings so hard right now. Alright, let's dump these guys right here. Let them get nuked. There we go. Push forward. Alright, you don't auto-cast this. There we go. And then eat this guy. You. And just wash over them. There we go. Alright, let's get some better ultras. Chance to stun. Brutal charge. There we go. Ooh, look at all the splash damage on these guys. Oh, wow. And the flying banelings survived that. That's how you know we're doing things alright. Alright, much better. Let's get one more ultra to even it out. That should sufficiently help our front line. Yeah, with the Zergling tactics. The Primal Zerglings are actually super strong just because they have 90 HP. Look at how many creeper hosts we have. It's actually disgusting. I disgust myself with a lot of times. Let's get the upgrades on this. Alright. Oh. I heard so much watching that happen. And it's perfect. Get another upgrade on these guys. And then wait for the spawn to happen. And then immediately dump these to eat all of those, How are you looking on Devour? Where did their... I guess I got the timing wrong. Oh well. Pretty good. Keeper hosted up. Oh, I didn't devour the mothership. It was only available for a moment. Oh well. Should I get some Zerglings is my question. Probably. Just a single line of Zerglings could work out. Let's dump these because I'm not gonna need them for the mess. Just all the way across the front. Let them eat AoEs and nonsense. What are you doing? You good? The next one is the Prince Neck coming up next. Which wave of theirs is coming up next? I think it's the Terran wave. Nope, Alarak wave. I actually don't think we have enough creeper hosts right now. As strange as that sounds. I need Deadly Reach to have him hit up. Where's the Terran wave right here? Please nuke the buildings instead of me. Thank you. I don't know if the chosen one here recognizes what I'm doing. That all of his bombers are not actually hitting units. Yeah, we're not doing enough damage here anymore. I mean, we're doing a lot of work. It's not enough. Let's dump this out here. Do something. Yeah, StarCraft stream. Yeah, line at the back works well too. The question isn't whether or not... So the question isn't whether or not it's good, it's whether it's good enough to carry the team, is the question here. Because I kind of got to carry the team here. They have no detection? They do. Alright, time to upgrade the tier 4. And we saved up enough to get all the tier 4 upgrades. All one of them. I need another extractor? Absolutely not. That extractor is almost guaranteed to be a waste of money. Purge. Yeah. Alright. What else is gonna work well here? Perhaps a Tyrannosaur for the extra, whatchamacallit, extra armor buff. Could use some more ground units. They've got a lot of... I don't want to go igniters with all these immortals in this backline. Well, Chosen One, you have the benefit of being on a team that likes to own the middle and not sacrifice and throw their teammates under the bus with an AFK, and also have an AFK. You managed to get to tier 3 and BMS with a mothership, and none of my teammates managed to do anything about it, or even try to do anything about it. That's the scenario you're in. I can't afford to do that, because doing anything less than, in the most overpowered sense, is, I don't know which one you are, Hunter. You're right. You're the Hunter. You're not the mothership. Point still stands. Alright, let's get the +2 armor and 100 spikes. And that should help out our wave with some much needed armor. Storm host required. Hello again, Gibbs. Welcome back to the chat. Take out something on the back line. Oh, jeez. It's so rough. I need to clear out these supplicants. Like, the immortals they're strong, but I think I need to get a line of what are they called? Igniters to get rid of those help get rid of those supplicants. More creeper hosts to deal with those raids. I need more of everything at this point. Like, we're losing on economy. We suffered so much damage in the early game that we weren't able to get our economy online. I don't know if this is really hard to come back from. They've been sitting on 4 gas. That's pretty much it, Mild Man Gaming. Welcome to the tug of war. Oh, I clearly have enough ground units. Like, we're doing good work. Oh, jeez. They have so much anti-armored here, guys. They have so much anti-armor here. Like, I cannot afford to go. Look at the line of anti-armor. I cannot afford to go armored ground right now. Like, even the Tyrannosaurs might not be the best idea. I wouldn't say the whole game. I mean, there's a reason we don't have a bunker. But we have owned mid for a significant portion. We are currently top. Alright, so let's go. Do we want to get another line of creeper hosts or regular hosts? Let's get some regular hosts. Partially because they're cheaper. Just dump these guys in the back real quick. Leap or Devour? Let's get another upgrade on Devour. With Wraiths. Alright, so we need to deal with the heat tech switch into Wraiths. And it's painful. That's kind of a lot. Alright, so to deal with Wraiths, let's see. The Liberator's actually a great call versus the Wraiths. They work really well. But I need to deal with them now. And to do that, things like... I don't have Air Splash. So more mutas will work. Just... GG got Probius. Yeah. Where's that Terran wave? Show me that Terran wave. Alright, he doesn't have the bombers anymore, does he? No. Alright. Kahaka can't devour right now. We'll be able to soon. Easy eat this, thank you. Let's just casual 2000 HP. Upgrade on this. I need some more primal hosts. Thank you, thank you. Mel Gaming, I've been playing strategy games. StarCraft was one of the first games, like the original, was one of the first games that childhood me played, along with Age of Empires 2. Some Impalers will help? I mean, yes. Not against the Terran wave, that's for sure. The question is whether or not we can run by everything and get on this Nexus. Appears the Apocalypse is doing exactly that, except it aggroed. Oh no, we're gonna do exactly that. Almost. Oh, so close. With the Hot and Horner going Sky, they don't have ground anymore, and our ground units are doing ground things. We have a sweep attack? No, you just kind of fly forward and then shoot whatever you want to shoot. Let's hit him with that roar. Explosions, go! It's so satisfying to watch those creepers explode onto all of those adepts. Now, this wave might just do it. Let's go ahead and drop you over here, try to clear out some of this back line. One more, please. Apocalypse, go! Obviously, Apocalypse was a good call. I do recommend getting another one. Now, Impalers might actually solve our problem, because Impalers kind of ignore air things and will walk right up to that base and start shooting it. Question is, can I get on top? Oh, he switched back out of the... Alright, now he's Mass Reaper, which is good for me, because those are just going to end the game because they don't tank anything. Goodbye. GG. I'm also streaming on Twitch. Yes, I am. I don't know when I might literally lose the game. Aha! Let's look at these stats. Yeah. 300,000 damage done. 336,000 damage taken. Oh, yeah. Those are the numbers we're looking for. GG. Alright, let's get into another one of these. I want to see the destruction. Can I play Mono Battle Arcade? Now, the problem with playing Mono Battle is that if I have any hope of winning, I have to learn to play real StarCraft, and real StarCraft is hard. Let's try something let's try Abathur. I haven't played Abathur in a long while. Where's Abathur? Right here. Let us go. Does anyone know anyone else who is good at forts in StarCraft as Incursus? So there's a lot of people good at StarCraft, and I can point at more people than I can count on my hands. The problem is finding people that are good at forts, because no one plays forts to be a tryhard. So makes it a little bit difficult to find people who are good at forts. Yes, we prefer cheese. Cheese is always fun. Mass muta time. Yeah, I've tried doing the mass muta thing with Abathur, but you could get away with like mass creeper hosts at Dahaka just because creeper hosts are broken and powerful. But going mass mutas to Dahaka is just asking to get air splashed. Like so many people. Like, even Tychus can deal with mass muta. Like, I mean, come on. Forts is easy peasy, yes, but I mean, it's still a strategy game. So, you still gotta treat it like an RT, or still an RTS, you still gotta treat it like one if you expect to get good. something that a lot of people don't understand or don't put the time into. I plan on doing a specific type of weapon spam in Fort's video. Welcome to pretty much any Fort's video ever. Spam is in 10 plus. That's actually really difficult to get like 10 plus in Forts just because of the way the game is designed. Is this a game you get from SC2? Yes, this is on the SC2 arcade. What's Abathur's deal? So Abathur is a defensive commander, and I have a video on him. You could check it out. Of course, he was one of the first commanders I played. Basically, he gets standard Zerg units. Nothing really special there, but they can be upgraded using this thing called biomass, which makes them basically a super Zerg unit, or more accurately, just scales up all their health and damage output to ridiculous levels. He's got a few things like the Vile Roaches that are really good. We were up against, what was it, Artanis? So we got to deal with, so I don't want to invest in the Queens because those High Archons are going to absolutely shred us. He seems to be going Zealot heavy, so let's actually get a bunch of Vile Roaches. And I'm just going, yeah, we need to get a bunch of Vile Roaches and get their upgrades. I'm not going to invest too much more into Queens. Need to gain light bonus versus light. Approach speed, burrow, don't care. Very good, let's just get a bunch of these guys going. Line these guys up, get a damage upgrade, and then upgrade to tier 2. And we should pretty solidly own the middle after this. What species commander would you say is most useful overall in this game? In base StarCraft, I mean, it's about as... Base StarCraft is about a prime example of everything being balanced as it should be. In commanders? Guys... that's really hard to say. Like, there's so many variables here. I can't give you an honest answer. Alright, so now he's going Dragoons. Alright, so if we're going to be facing off an Artanis, he's got Phoenixes. I gotta look out for High Archons, so I don't want to go with any kind of energy unit at all. Storm, so I don't want to mass up too much. Let's see what works well. I think just a solid blunt force object would work. Do I play SC2 co-op? I do not. How's learning curve on this SC2 map? Not too high. It's really not that hard. Alright, so now I've got these. I want to get a bunch of Ravagers up in here. Let's put these guys up front is fine. Do things. You have access to our swarm hosts. Versatile. Yes, please. Vile Roaches upgrade. Yes, please. There we go. Alright, so now hopefully we can do a little bit more work here. Spore Crawler, where can I stuff you? Right there. You live there now. So the flying manta ray things allow you to see more of the field at a time? Yeah, so those are called overseers, these guys. They are the Zerg supply cap. In Fort's terminology, it's like getting a metal storage. But they also serve it as dual purpose as detectors. So if there are invisible units, I can grab one of those guys and lets me see them. Now, unfortunately, I appear to be having to face off against this Dahako wave, which is shredding my wave before the Artanis comes in for the cleanup. But I play Executive again. I will keeping an eye on it. I'm sure I'll come back to it after it's had some updates and such. I'm gonna get a gas upgrade because it's past due and things aren't changing. I know I'm not against you, but your wave is walking over my teammate's wave to such a brutal degree that it's destroying, or at least heavily destroying, yes, heavily destroying my wave. Will I play Forts this stream? Unlikely. Lovely chill content. Well, thank you so much, Rub the Cat. Don't forget they can use his transports as well. That is correct. Right, so this time we haven't stacked horribly, so we should be able to deal with. We should be able to deal with what's his name? These guys quite strongly, and suddenly we're in the lead. I sincerely doubt your micro-wing of 2 Dahaka abilities is completely dominating 2 waves. Alright, so Dark Archons are a disruptive unit and a tanky unit. They don't deal much in the way of damage, which appears to be... Well, I mean, they're the job of the Dark Templar and they're doing quite well, so it's fine. We're still winning this. It's really not there, buddy. Get a couple more of these guys going. And some upgrades on this. Eat Sonic Queens and leap to Carrie's backline. Yeah. So the Queens aren't really forming a significant part of my backline. And what changed here? I should switch the positions of these guys. There we go. The Roach is in front. It's another unit we need here. We should start going aircraft. Get another extractor, then hit tier 3. He's on EU server? Well, he's in EU and he's coming over here. Alright, let us go. Whole team is EU? Sounds right. I am using my passive ability, or my active ability, just to try to stave off some of their active ability here. There we go. Alright, now I don't need to use my active here. He doesn't have things that have HP. Nice. The black hole of doom and demise. One of my favorite commanders. Easily my favorite Protoss commander. Alright. We're not tier 3 yet, no. Let's get a little bit more damage output here. There we go. I am just gonna get another gas because clearly this is gonna be another one of these matches where I gotta get a lot of income here. GG. Almost. Mind controlled reavers. That's not ideal. Alright, so we've gotten up to 3 gas. Carry on. Alright, so what's going to help us out here? I don't want to invest into Vipers, because those high Archons will absolutely obliterate us. Now, I realize I'm mentioning a unit that hasn't been fielded yet, but if I were to build an army that's so simply countered by high Archons, then that's only going to end horribly for me. What I need to do is build something that gets rid of these honor guards a bit quicker. And for that, the answer can be, I suppose, more vile roaches. Brutalists have a cleaving attack. I'm not sure how Brutalists would work. Do I want to go aircraft? Guardians, no. Devourers. Devourers are alright. I mean, they're alright. Leviathan's not great. Dahaka anti-air. He's already got a massive line of Hydralisks. Alright, so they don't have a whole lot of single target. So I'm gonna do this. Yeah, that should help out, I think, probably. And get some Carapace upgrades to go with it. Yeah, he can eat Leviathan. That's another reason I'm definitely not going Leviathan. Leviathan is not a good choice here. I was thinking Mutalisk with a couple Devourers in front, and maybe a line of Guardians, but Guardians really don't do that much, at least Abathur Guardians really aren't that good for siege damage. Get Brutus with hosts and backline. I mean, the hosts, they're alright. They're probably better for siege damage. But, they don't stack as well as creeper hosts. And they're more expensive than regular swarm hosts, at least out of Dahaka. Not terribly, not jumping to them. Let's dump this guy down. Can we? Yeah, we're not saving this. So he can't eat my Brutalisk. So I gotta be careful with that. Unfortunately, we're still losing all our waves. Let's see, the Vors, how could I assist the Vorazun wave? The Vorazun wave really isn't doing bad. Let's see, that's one thing that could help the Vorazun wave. So I will say this, the Kerrigan wave is desperate need of additional Ultralisks, like a massive line of them. Desperate need. Just to get that tankiness. Alright, and I need to actually use my, what is it called? My biomass here. I'm not wasting it. Or I'm wasting it. A good idea. Against your wave, maybe not. Whole row of impalers. Gotta have something. Biomass would really help with the tankiness. That's what I'm thinking of. Because I know biomass adds a good deal of armor here. But he does have those impalers. But my dudes don't. Let me just try doing this. I've never actually done this before, so this is going to be for the science. Try to add a couple of these more in the back because it appears they're not going to punish me for it. So, oh sure, why not? Kerrigan needs lurkers? Oh, that too. So now these guys are sitting on plus 9 armor, which is kind of a lot of armor, and that will help significantly on the wave tankiness. Yes, you're welcome for Bruda. Artanis isn't gonna go for high Archons, you know, I might as well just get a line of queens. So, yeah, sure, I guess. My life now. You go here, you go here, you go here, and here, and here, and here, and let's get one more Brutalisk. Hopefully we start pushing out a bit here. There's the... There you go. Right across the middle. Let's drop these guys back. Turrets are all it'll spawn. Yes. I am currently moving that. It's 20 charges to move. Oh, jeez. So against the Artanis player, I could probably use a bunch of Guardians in the back row. I think the bigger concern right now is the Dahaka player because he's pushing so far into our wave. Let's see. Let's just tank this up a bit, shall we? That active ability, that plus 100 shields regen, it's so good. Alright, so there we go. Now they're coming with the high archons to deal with this. Alright. Now do we survive? Oh god, it's the Kerrigan wave with Zerglings. This is the front line. Oh, it hurts so much. There we go. I think the restream bot is broken on Discord. I don't see anything wrong with it. Maybe GG? Probably. The investment into these Vala Roaches is definitely a good call. Let's see. Let's get a couple more of these guys lined about, shall we? One here. And there are the Void Rays. There we go. And for the Kerrigan, Zerglings are not the answer. For tanking things. It just doesn't work that way. Good here. Alright. Well, let's go. Come on, burn down Dahaka. You move forward. Let's go. There we go. Much better. What's a good commander for beginners? Oof, that's actually a good question. I never thought about that question. It's a good commander for beginners. A good beginner commander, probably something like, I don't know. Honestly, I would just play the base game. Started Dahaka, yeah, starting Dahaka is good base, good default, good commander. I mean, Rainer's good. I think a better question is which one are not good starter commanders. And to that question, I would say the answer is don't play Tychus, don't play Vorazun. I'd say that's about it. Yeah, I would think that's about it. Just don't play Tychus or Vorazun. All the other ones are alright to start with. Let's move you over here. Alright. Get a couple of these guys going. get the upgrade on them, just to start damage output. But I don't think that's gonna help us much. Burden down. Boys. Just hoping to deal with these impalers a little bit with these guardians. Nah, the impalers just got in siege range of our planetary fortress. I don't think we're coming back from this one. Oh, nope. Nope. That's over. GG. Been waiting for his fort stream forever. He streams forts every week. I have literally hundreds of streams on it. GG. Let's jump into this one more time. Can I try Ant Wars? I've played a fair bit of Ant Wars. I actually haven't done Ant Wars in a while. Let's see, what's another... I don't know if I want to do... Alright, so I said I was going to do Tychus. So let's do Tychus. But I don't want to do Tychus. But I'm going to do it because I said I'm going to do Tychus. Star forts, haha. Alrighty, Hobbit. Catch you later. Have a good one. Both are great, but I prefer SC2. I would say StarCraft is definitely the bigger, more popular game. Why not do something but direct strike next time? Then do Mimi strats on whatever you play next. I think you're trying to say that I do a different game mode and then do a Mimi strat on that game mode, which requires there to be Mimi strats on that game mode, which is not necessarily a thing. They would raise for me, Zerg. What's your opinion on relic RTSs? I don't know what that means. Alright, let's Tychus. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Start Tychus. Auto turret feels good, man. Yeah. Got Swan again on random. I mean, Swan's alright. Just gotta know how to use him. I challenge you to carry a 4v4 in forts using only Flak 88. I mean, it's fine. Not that hard to do. I mean, Flak 88 is an inefficient weapon. That doesn't mean it's a bad weapon. All right, I definitely need economy. Like just me picking Tychus, I'm seeding that I will not be able to hold in the middle, so I'm just gonna embrace it. Company of Heroes, Dawn of Wars. I've not played Company of Heroes, nor have I played Dawn of War. We're gonna try the Tech Wars 2 arcade mode. Isn't that the super tug of war that takes like an hour just for the shortest game? Stukov. Alright, so I still don't know what I'm facing off against. It looks like I'm facing off against the Phoenix. Facing off against the Phoenix. Yeah. Alright, so for that, let's start with a... Okay. Why is Tycho's hard to play? He's... should I just say a not well-designed commander? In a game with a lot of variety to its units, everyone has options to face off against every other type. So it's less about which race you pick and more about what strategies you pick within that race. For Tychus, he has a very... Wait, what did I do? Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh well. For Tychus, he has a very unique set of tools, in that every single tool is extraordinarily expensive, and they are all single units. Like I have this one Tychus unit. Costs me 650 resources, plus an additional, like, what is that, 400 resources just to get the default upgrades that are necessary for him. And he's a single unit with 600 HP, which isn't necessarily bad, but it means that my wave can be defeated just by the other player building units that are designed to deal single target damage. And then my counter to it is to build another unit that is susceptible to single target damage, because every single unit available to me is this same kind of high price to high HP ratio, which makes him super easy to counter. And then by design, he doesn't have any air units and no air superiority units. So against aircraft, for example, I just kind of get shredded. And that's just the way he's designed, which just makes him pretty objectively worse, at least in his current iteration, than every other commander available to. So that's what makes him hard to play. Alright, so it looks like we're doing well on this front. I should probably get a blaze. There we go. Let's see, line of Hellbats. It just needs more Cyclones for damage, and this should be fine. Maybe a couple more Hellbats in front. Play Toss on Livestream? I'll probably be doing Vorazun after Tychus to try to cleanse this sadness that we're dealing with here. Alright, Hats Blaze, increase oil spill. Oh, these are super cheap. Do I need to get the chain reaction going here? No. Nah, I don't need the chain reaction going. At least not yet. What I do need is going to be a Lieutenant Nakara, because they're letting me live. I want to heal 2 targets, or... don't think I need that kind of burst right now. Vega to mind control the enemy Phoenix. You cannot mind control heroic units. Named heroic units. Or it dominates, as it's called. Dominate anything. Like, I can't dominate Dahaka, for example. Unless I'm horribly mistaken, which is possible. Alright, so we're pushing into the Alarak here. And the solution for that is curious. What would be the solution to this? A little bit more tankiness? I don't know. He's getting armored things. Are you armored? You're not. Nice. There we go. Actually, we need to put you right back here because you have a leap attack. Normal toss, not direct strike toss. I don't usually play ranked StarCraft because that requires me to actually learn to play StarCraft, which is a hard game. But we're owning the middle pretty strongly, so I'm gonna go to 3 gas because I can. Hello, Christian. Welcome to chat. A healer for the healer? Not a bad idea.
Everything
but
is on fire.
That's a really strong investment. And everything is on fire. Ruckus coming in with the everything is on fire. Indeed. Why are your cyclones ending up in front of your Hellbats? What am I missing here? Yeah, alright, so now he's cleaning up that Alarak Rave real quick. That's good. He calls Alarak Q to mix it. I mean, it's the same voice actor. I could get a second healer for the healer to keep them both alive, get that medic chain going. But unfortunately, that's expensive. Extremely expensive. And I don't want to deal with that. It would cost me probably throwing the game. Need Vega to steal the heavy order. Vega only steals one thing, guys. Like, stealing an immortal isn't going to be the deal breaker here. But what would change things up? Probably Crooked Sam just for a single target DPS. Damage demolition charge. Look at this. He went aircraft. Ooh. Got him. Now, can I... No, that's not going to come off cooldown, is it? Nah. Oh dear. Alright, looks like we need a little bit more sustain here. Titanfall or Titanfall 2, which one would you play more? I actually preferred the first Titanfall. The mech play in the first Titanfall I found to be a little bit better, in my opinion. In Titanfall 2, it was less about the Titans, more about the pilots, at least the way the balance felt. Which is, you know, it's not bad, I just like mechs. I keep forgetting to manual cast these guys' abilities. It's gonna cause me some problems pretty soon. Alright, so the extra... Oh, yeah, those, that's, disruptors. So that's an example of things burning down my high health units. They're using disruptors to just, well, burn down my units. And it's problematic. Sounds like a melee like MW. I've played MWO for years. I was on some of the competitive teams there. I liked that game a lot. Still have it installed, actually. Need to get Blaze to 3 then? I mean... It's... So, he's targeting my backline units, the guys that are vulnerable. He's not going to target Blaze with it. Yeah. Yeah, he's hitting my Nakara, so I should probably invest in a separate Nakara. That way he has to, at least my sustain doesn't completely disappear. But I should. Alright, you need to have this doubled. There we go. Let's get these guys as well. There we go. I mean, Atlas with nuke core and auto. Well, I never did auto reject. Never auto reject. I was mech warrior till I died. But one of my favorite loadouts was just actually the Atlas with the, I forget what it's called, the 20mm, the single shot cannon. And either the, I don't want to use single targets on these guys. And either the nuke or the smoke. AC-20 basically, yes. Alright, you need to have this Tommy gun. You, come on, get it. Yeah, got it. And then you explode. And you lived. Of course you lived. Alright, so I definitely need a additional... What is this? Additional Nakara. So they've got a bit too much in the way of single target damage here. They're burning down my healer before we can stay alive. Give them revive? I could give them revive, but that would require me to spend an entire single unit's worth of money. The question is, what's more useful? A revive on one of my tanks, or an entirely new healer? I think an entirely new healer is the better option. You.
Warning, nuclear launch detected.
Hey, we have a nuclear launch coming in. A nuclear launch from Scott Lundy. That's how we do it. Thank you so much, Scott Lundy, for coming in with the first nuclear launch of the live stream and taking that top spot for the day. Ah, yeah. Let's construct additional pylons. Do not underestimate the tier 3 upgrades. Oh, I'm not underestimating them at all. Like, they're good. It's the question of whether or not it's worth spending, you know, 250 and then additional 450 and then an additional, I don't know, like Tychus one is really good. We're gonna go Tychus, an additional 200 on top of that. That's much more than getting a second Nakara. And only gives him a bonus 20% damage as opposed to a second Nakara, which can keep us alive. Our entire wave alive. Because it doesn't get burned down by these disruptors every time. Or go crazy on Nux and Mass Storms. That's basically the only late game option for Tychus. So I will be doing that at some point, like, without a doubt. Assuming we live, which is not a good assumption. Because we're dying. And it's bad. So now, one of the problems I'm having here is while my wave is tanky, it's not dealing damage. It's not dealing nearly enough damage. Isn't it 20% for each outlaw in his vicinity? Yes. For each outlaw in his vicinity, which is super good. And it could help us with our damage. Is it gonna do as much damage as having a Psionic Storm out? Probably not. Is it gonna help our Nakaras stay alive? No. Is it gonna help any of our units stay alive? No. But it would help Tychus get some more damage. You know? Double that damage output, maybe? Pretty good. But let's see. What is actually the next thing we need to work on? Probably another Rob Boswell. best defense is a good offense. So you would think, but unfortunately Tychus doesn't quite have that kind of offensive capabilities. Like even with these upgrades like this network helmet, it's still only one unit dealing this damage. This guy's ultimate makes him tank more. This guy's just doesn't do much of anything. This guy's one is actually pretty good. It gives the Marauder some AoE damage, but it's still only hitting for 40 damage per second, which is not a lot by comparison to lining up against 6 Immortals worth of cost. Like, it's not going to deal the same amount of damage. Tychus's best offensive output is keeping his Lieutenant Nakaras alive, and just heal up your teammates' wave and let your teammates do the real work, which is saying something. Double healing for your medics? Oh, I would love to. Unfortunately, it costs 500, which is a lot, which I'm actually gonna get right now because I have the ability to. So this should, hopefully, with any luck, we stay alive, and then the teammates come rescue us. Oh, we're up against a Tychus wave. It's so bad, guys. They're not a Tychus wave. Yep, there go all of our units burning down. Oh, one of the cars survived. The car lived. No. Really missed. Oh well. Alright. Let's get your upgrade. The amount of Stukov tanks is getting out of control. Oh, absolutely. Now the question is, what would keep our Nakaras alive? And is the answer the tier level 3? You know what? Let's try for it. Let's get up to tier 2. That increase there. Let's get these guys increased. Let's get all these upgrades. Alright, hopefully this kicks in. Oh, it's so rough. Oh, jeez. The spell damage. Oh, no. Spell damage. Stop it with the spell damage. Oh, dear. Oh, no.
Warning. Nuclear
We're
launch
being
detected.
nuked. It lives. Haha. Our Nakara has lived. Oh, guys. We did it. Now it's time for us to bring the pain. Ah, yeah. And Scott Lundy coming in with that motivation to let us show us that joy.
Epic videos coming.
Scott Lundy taking, well, even an entire top spot for donation. That will do it. Coming in with another nuclear strike, and look at all this healing, all of this green, as all of our teammates' units are super healed all the way to full health as they push and slaughter everything. This is the power of Nakara. This is the power of double Nakara. Oh, yes, that's how we want to do it. Are Thors good overall? Yes, they are his best unit by far. They're not good versus Immortals, which is what we're being spammed against. But yes, they are good overall. La-dee-da. Do separate copies of the same hero require separate upgrades? Yes, they require separate upgrades. Everything's green because Dahaka healing. It doesn't actually show that green animation on Dahaka though. But yes, your Dahaka healing does make everything green. Like it gets that nice little green aura out of him, but it doesn't actually make all the units around him turn green. Like the Dahaka 9 HP per second heal is good. It's super strong, especially because it's like almost across your entire wave. Oh yeah, he nuked down one of them, but you can't nuke them both. Actually, you can nuke them both. This Nakara is not living. There's no way this Nakara is living. I mean, the thing about Tychus, it's very, I can imagine it's very difficult to balance Tychus. Like right now, he's not in a good spot, and he's like well known for being not in a good spot. That doesn't mean that he can't ever be in a good spot. Just right now, he's bad, and we haven't seen a very strong. We haven't seen a very strong showing of him recently. If only you could have multiple Tahakas, that would be so unbearably powerful. Another game spam and impalers. I mean, they're strong. It's kind of his major things. Why am I? How are these guys getting so far ahead of my healers? I don't know. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. I mean, look at that. You guys can see the spell targeting them, and it just burns down any unit I put there. Spam the cars. I mean, I'm going to. All right, Maniac. Catch you next time. It's not a question about whether or not I'm gonna spam them. It's how long I can live before doing so. Alright, you definitely need this by far. This is a super good one as well. So now he's going to deal. What is that? Plus, I'll see it when he spawns. Assuming we live long enough, which is not a good assumption at this point. Oh yeah, no, we're dead. GG. Oh, we didn't even live long enough for the supers to come out. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to seeing my stats here. Yeah, it's just welcome to Tychus. Let's play not Tychus now. I need some Vorazun to cleanse that nonsense out of my brain. Best Tychus is not him as a gunner or something, it's his healers. Yep. His healers are so good. Like, all I gotta do at that point, all I had to do was get the stalker, get them to stack into the next wave. Play out like Mass Stalker's easy win. If only it was so simple. Failure, indeed. Ant King, that's a name I recognize. There needs to be Rippy Dippy emote. Not a bad idea. Problem with Stalkers is if you don't finish your opponent at like the 10-minute mark, you're dead. I don't know about that, but that's not a terribly inaccurate oversimplification of the issue on them. Hello, Tescorian. Welcome to chat. Alright, immediately doing this. I'll build one Centurion, just in case they decide to not contest the middle. But if there's like a 10v10 direct strike, that's called lagging out of the game. Hey, we own the middle. Nice. Nova is thick. You haven't seen Kerrigan. Kerrigan definitely takes the thick award. At least Ghost Kerrigan, anyways. Ooh, that's a lot of Zerglings. Zerglings really very strong versus Stalkers. Wait a minute. Oh dear. Here am I. I see what you're doing. It's fine. Just get a line of Centurions with... line of Centurions will stop that Zergling nonsense real quick. Oh, we're up against a Tychus. Nice. Everything is on fire!
Finally
Hey,
joined the
Scott
Discord.
Lundy. Finally joining the Discord. Welcome to the party. Are we up against Kerrigan? Shadow Master. We are up against a Kerrigan. Neat. Not what I wanted you to do. Ba-bum-bum. It's StarCraft. What's more to say about it than it's StarCraft? Welcome to StarCraft. We have fun, we have games. Stalkers, you'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, Stalkers eventually hit a critical mass and just kind of blow everything away. That's how they work. But just Centurions... with Vorazun units, you need to definitely hit a critical mass of things. So stick to a unit until you break them down. Be that Stalkers or... whatchamacallit? Be it Stalkers or... Centurions or Dark Templar. Ba-da-dum. Solve some of this. There we go. Boom. La-da-dum. How many games have not decided? Haven't decided at all. Alright, just keep him in perma-stun. Having some fun with these oracles. This. And stun, and... uh-oh. That's not good. You wiped out my whiff! Good Kerrigan play, by the way. Alright, so I have a solution to this. The answer is Moracles. As well as a little bit of, what is this? What else we got? We'll be playing different arcade game. I haven't decided yet. I'm just doing whatever seems fun. Whatever strikes me at the moment. You can actually hear the music? I should certainly hope so. I actually kind of want to turn it up a little bit. Ooh. Burning sounds. Alright, just... Kerrigan. Kerrigan takes so much damage! Oh, jeez. Alright, I need to deal with that. Specifically, I need to deal with this. I think I have a solution to this. It'll take a little bit to get it, but it'll do it. Ba-da-dum. This Duke Up last round, I was not paying attention to this Duke Up wave. I hardly saw the wave at all. Sorry. Our GPS always way too high for Stalker? Yes. Come on, get it off. Yeah, stun everything. There we go, that'll help. He had bad start because he had bunker against a Haka. Yeah, that makes sense. So Vorazun against a Haka is actually kind of problematic. Especially going Dark Templar route, because they can always spam out more HP things. But right now you have critical mass of Dark Templar, so just keep in mind not to let the Dahaka get that critical mass of HP. Or things will go sideways very quickly. Ice cream cake or what? Ice cream cake or ice cream cake? Ice cream for me. Given the choice. I should move my units. Alright. That's gonna be a little bit of a problem. Alright, now we can actually, now that we're burning down the Kerrigan, we can actually take care of these Hydras. Nice. If only just. Oh dear. You'll be missed. Okay. I need to move these guys. Actually, they're fine there. Isn't fine is these guys. And yeah, it'll do. That should do for now. There we go. Well, welcome, Pixel Soldier, to the fun and games. We have fun and games. Stun things. Stun things. Do it. Uh-oh. They work. Blaze. Blaze killed 9 of my Centurions. No. Void Rays, for me, yes. For you, no. For you, some Dark Archons would likely be the better choice. So I need to burn down that Ultralisk. Yeah, just like 5 Darkons would solve. I need to deal with these Blaze units now, or Tychus units now. Oy. Oh dear. Here am I. One and then 2. Oop, you're in the wrong place. Fix it just by putting it over here. We're getting pushed super hard. Honestly, I think this game is a lot of on my bad. I guess we'll see at the end. Come on, get the stun. Yes. Oh dear. Let's see. Could I be useful with some Dark Templar? I'm not sure. I think that's far too many ground. All right, let me get a couple of these guys and get out their stun ability. Lock down these ground units a little bit. Ooh, Brutalist. Did you tech switch for that? Or did you just build a bunch of them? So that's gonna be painful sooner or later. Just need to get one of these down. Stun those guys in place. There we go. Should be able to deal with the rest from here. Alright, Dark Templar, do your thing. Do it, do it, do it! No, that's not GG for sure. At least not yet. The question is, oh, you need detection. Need detection. Horizon. Need detection. Get it? You need detection. You can't go this far in the game. Oh, this is bad. This is real bad. Dear oh my. Jeez. Need to stun all the things. Stun all the things. Alright. Alright. We beat back the Tychus wave. How can we hold off this wave? Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad. Oh, the Dark Templar hit the wrong targets. Ooh, are we gonna get it anyways? Will the Void Rays come in for the clutch? Looks like they will. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright, we don't have means of dealing. I am built not for this Dahaka wave at all. Oh dear. How to deal? Stronger line. Let me just not build for the Dahaka wave, and let my teammates handle the Dahaka wave, as I should. And I'll deal with the other waves. I need to leave behind an emergency one of these guys. We're 3. Or more. At least we have an emergency 1. Lock him down. Come on, come on. Uh-oh. Huh. Those frenzied Hydralisks, when they get confused, are literally blowing up their entire own wave. It's kind of surprising to watch, actually. This is getting closer and closer in all the bad ways. Dear. GG. Yeah, it will indeed be near impossible to come back. Yeah, no, my wave just wasn't dealing the damage output it needed. That's, this one's on me. That means I need to do this once more. Either survive for the opposing team really bad. Yeah, really bad. What should I have done differently? Upon seeing all those Hydras, I should have built Dark Templars, I think. Here we go. That would have mean 2 people on the team would have gotten Dark Templar. That would not have worked. That's what I was worried about. So if too many players are going for the same units and one player counters any of them, then it's over. Huh. Zealots did not pay off. They did. They tank things. The Zealots, they don't deal damage. They're not supposed to deal damage. They're supposed to stun things and then take hits. And that they did very well. Let's see, what could I have done differently there? I don't actually have a good answer to that. Void Rays weren't great. Zealots can buffer so much, but at a point they just cheat me shield. Yeah, I mean that's exactly what they're supposed to be. They're not supposed to deal damage. Not so deep on the stun units. So the stun units are primarily damage dealers. The oracles, they actually have higher DPS than the Void Rays. And for that, they were doing okay, but they kept getting blown away by the Hydralisks. Or it seems pretty spec to go one way. If there's only one counter available to the commander, perhaps winning move was not have two of them on the same team. Yes. That's what I'm trying to get at, which is why I'm saying, like, my counter to the Hydralist is typically going to be Dark Templar. My teammate went Dark Templar, therefore if I too went Dark Templar, then anything the enemies did to counter Dark Templar would immediately slaughter multiple waves and end us super fast. In my opinion, you should have continued on the Oracle's way, swarm them with Oracles, and kill the Observers, the Corsairs. So yes, one of the concerns is that one of the detectors for the enemy team is Dahaka, which is a ground unit and a very tanky ground unit. Something more tanky? That was the idea what I was going for with the Zealots, and it worked, but it's not great. I think going for the go deeper on Oracle's play would have been better, and just accept that I'm going to lose to Dahaka every time. Which is not that big of a surprise considering it's Dahaka versus Warzone. Yeah, but with a lot of Oracles, it's not spell damage. It's actually an activatable. I can show it to you when I get it eventually. Hello, Dark Knight. Missing that first wave middle bonus. I know. Dear. Oh, thank you, Dark Knight. I'm just waiting for, we'll own middle sooner than later. I just want to see what the enemy wave is spawning before I march across the field. Looks like we're up against an Alarak. Neat. Alright, so Alarak options. Actually, Mass Oracle is excellent versus Alarak, as well as Mass Dark Templar. But I want to try this once more. Not gonna bother getting the stasis calibration. Dahaka with Rabasaur backup is pretty typical. Unfortunately, it seems that they're getting swarmed by explosives. So perhaps the igniters would have been a better start. Let's get you upgraded. Alright, so red is Han and Horner with those Vikings. Oh no, we're losing one! Care of his mass void rays though? I don't know. I don't think that's English. Rip purple. So there goes their Alarak, and with it, the hope of my Mass Oracle being great. Fortunately, Mass Oracle is also good versus all of these tiny units here, so we'll just get to do that. Devour them. But to show you, this isn't a spell damage. This isn't spell damage. This is an actual weapon. DT is gonna murk some Stukov and Alarak. Yes. That was an easy win? No. No. They have a Han and Horner that's going Deimos Vikings. That's not an easy win. That's not an easy win at all. I mean, they have to react accordingly, but that's not an easy win at all. Come on. Yes! Feed my addiction to more gas. Thoughts on Tychus versus Tychus? Two wrongs don't make a right. Alright, so I need to deal with that Raven. Which we have a solution for. Right here. Yeah, rip opportunity, and all these Vikings will take me out. Take me away. So get the Corsairs out. Should help with their detection. they'll just face the Deimos Vikings head on. So for those wondering how to counter Deimos Vikings, make them land and beat them with anti-armored ground to ground. That's the easiest way to beat Deimos Vikings. There'll be things like Stalkers, for example. We'll slaughter them. For this player, Rapisaurs will do the same thing and slaughter them. In a case like me, I could go Mass Stalker, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to go the Sky route and force them to react accordingly, which I think is the appropriate solution here. We're just going to get a bunch of these. There we go. And then some more oracles in the backline to deal more damage. So, and we should... Yeah. We should lose this for the moment. We should lose our air battle to Han and Horner, but eventually it will stack to a degree that will make the opponents have to spend extremely inefficiently. And that's what we're looking for right here. You don't have to blink the Stalkers forward. You don't want to do this because remember that the Deimos Vikings have splash damage. You blink all your Stalkers forward, suddenly your Stalkers are having a real bad time. Just let them do their slow crawl thing. They're down. Stop countering. No! Can't make me. This is actually a really bad spot for the enemies here. Because I'm going so hard into a very specific thing. The enemies have to go hard into countering exactly what I'm doing. And in doing so means they're playing right into whatever my teammates are doing. Kraken, that's just called rock, paper, scissors. If you're gonna play that, you don't need StarCraft. You just need a couple pairs of hands. Counter the counter with a counter. Pretty much, yes. Yeah, the moment you blink those Stalkers forward is the moment they die. It's not a good idea to do that. But this should be a tanky enough front line, and we obliterate any and all detection. Oh look, all the detection is gone. Bye, all of your precious Vikings. May you forever be gone. Alright, they'll take care of those. Alright, now time to get some just straight damage. Not getting that next one out before the next wave spawns. Let's get an upgrade here. Let's go. Yeah, so now I'm forcing him to invest into more detection and more anti-aircraft while he's dying horribly to ground units. I don't have to be an efficient wave, I just have to hard counter one very specific thing and then make you suffer for it. Welcome to Forza. Now, fortunately, this time around, he's got permanent detection in terms of this building. Unfortunately, my wave is also very strong. And we just won? We just won! Neat! Got him! GG. Yeah, that's a bit better. Alright, let's do one more direct strike and then we'll try a different game. Tickle laser to death. When in doubt, Void Rays. Void Rays are good. Which commander do we want to do? On Horner, Nova. Nova's always fun. Let's do Nova. Welcome to the party. With the rays of enemy's hope. I like that one. When do I play on European servers? I usually do not. I don't play StarCraft quite that much. And if we're playing arcade, then it really doesn't matter if I'm on European or not. Over 300 active viewers on Steam. Yes, StarCraft is the second most popular series on this channel. Or second most popular game on this channel. And I'm okay with this because StarCraft is a good game. A very good game. Yeah, no, I'm actually feeling quite chilled today. Like, usually I can be quite rambly and bambly. What? Alright, so this is why all of my friends like to turn off their, chats. Let's just spawn you real quick. Where is my, options, social. There. Solve that problem. I'll have to come back to fix that later. So we now own the middle. I'm going to gas up. Did I do something incorrect? I did something wrong. Oh dear. Here am I. What have I done? Don't want to block the player. Yet. I just want to disable chat. Okay, I need to spawn things. Let's just get a couple of you guys going. And then you, and you, and you, and then tech level 2. We're up against a Zagara. Where is the button that I'm looking for? I don't know what this is. What is this? What are you? No. Not what I'm looking for. I don't think making it invisible solves the problem, but I can give it a shot. There's no invisible. No. Okay. Well, we appear to own the middle, so let's go away with that. Alright, what are we up against again? Up against the Zagara. With a lot of banelings and swarmlings. Alright. Or swarmlings. And, yeah, banelings and swarmlings. Are we actually winning this? Only with the help of our Dahaka friend. So that doesn't count. Even then, not. Okay. I have a solution. Easy solution. Combat Rangers. The first video game I ever played, I am entirely unsure. It's been a lot of them. I honestly, I could not tell you. Move auto join play mode. I don't know what that is. Get a lot of tanks and hellbats? Yes. Yes, I will. Or Mass Ravens? I don't know about Mass Ravens. That's risky. You disable chat in the gameplay options. Gameplay. Always show. I don't see anything here about that. I would expect it to be under social. Not voice chat. No, that's disabled entirely. Alright. We need some more hellbats. Those here. I also want to invest into some ghosts. To clear out some of those, queens. Yeah, there we go. Between the queens and the hunter killers, definitely need to go for, or between Zagara and the hunter killers, definitely need to go for a couple ghosts in here. Yeah, we're wiping out this wave pretty well. Grab this guy. After that, we could just brute force through things with tanks. Might be a better option anyways. We would help stronger against banelings, I think. I think so. Do they have something? They do have something burrowed. Alright, so I'm getting detection. Need detection. There we go. Those poor dragoons being eaten by Zerg monsters. Let's avenge them. These guys have so much health. It's kind of ridiculous. How did they sneak past? I suppose it doesn't matter. Yeah, we need to add more things. Alright. One more here, and then next up, ghosts. 5 Banshee, or 5 Banshee with the AoE ability could do the trick for the first line. But they're easily countered by Zagara. Yes, that's one of the things I'm worried about going for Banshee. Like, Banshees are super strong, but they're extremely easily countered by Zagara, and then we have to deal with the Han and Horner. I'm not convinced it's a great idea. Like, it's not bad. And it might be worth getting it anyways, but it's not. I don't know how good of an idea it is. And it's going to get less effective as Zagara's units get less and less clumped up. Alright, I think just the 4 Hellbats is going to be enough to clean all that up. And then a couple ghosts back here. Now, are we going to win this? No, we're not. We might have to go Banshees and clear up a lot of that mess. Alright, let's get these guys going. EMP rounds and triple tap. Tanks always the answer. I would think tanks would be better than Banshees in this case. And in most cases, even. Yeah, their siege tanks are going to cause some problems for us. During this wave in particular. Alright, so no more abilities out of Zagara because of the EMP. Yeah, we need to get some siege tanks in here. Where siege tank button? Give me siege tank button. You go here. Can I get one more? I need to get the graduating range. Oh, that's a tier 3 thing. Oh, yuck. Yuck. Oh well. We are not getting enough before the next wave starts. This is fine. Oof. Who is that? That is on their team. Where are my damage? What damage dealers do I have? Mostly the Hellbats. Alright. A lot of my damage is in castable abilities. You'll have to keep that in mind, that my wave is missing a fair bit of damage output. There we go. Let's wipe that up. And then immediately re-siege, and then immediately unsiege. Oh, nope. There you go. You find something to shoot. Oh, that's a lot of Zerglings. Okay, he's massing more Zerglings. I'm gonna need to... So I'm gonna need to do this. It's in the right spot. Something is misaligned. Missing a Marauder here. There we go. And next up... we're gonna need a lot more Hellbats. A lot more Hellbats. La da 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 da. So we can come over here, clean up their Hellbats, and then siege up and prepare to unleash fury with ours. I'm just gonna need like a massive line of Hellbats in order to clean up this. Is what's gonna happen here. There's no two ways about it. Hellbats are required. Yeah, it's the Hellbats are needed in larger quantities, much larger quantities. It just sounds so good whenever these snipes go off. It just sounds so good whenever these snipes go off. Alright. Bring out a couple of these before the next wave. Get a complete line of them if we can. And hologram plus siege tank is needed. Oh, hologram. Oh, absolutely. But that's a tier 3 thing. You know, as much as I don't like to see my teammates' wave get cleaned up, I love watching Zerglings do the Zergling thing. Yeah, there we go. That should be enough to clean it up. That's what happens when you get just a little bit more tankiness to the wave. Also, all of my units just got airstruck, and it was bad. So let's get more of them. Build as many Zerglings as you like. These Rangers will clean all of them up. This guy's got 55 kills, almost entirely Zerglings, I'm sure. I think it's about time to hit Tech 3. And with it, we can get graduating range. We don't need Strike Goliath things right now. Yet. Elite Marines. No. What's our gas looking like? We're good on gas. There we go. As long as we own the mid, we shouldn't need more gas. Any forts in today's stream? Unlikely. Yes, feed the destruction. I like the Haka mutas. They're fun. Definitely not his strongest option, but they're fun.
Thanks for videos, man. I love watching them. Keep on doing hard.
Hey, Earthquake coming in with that super chat. Thank you so much for the support. My pleasure, and thank you so much for keeping up these positive vibes. So that's what we're looking for here today. Just some good old happiness, chill streams that we can just sit back and relax and enjoy. Alright, now that we've hit tech level 3, I can get some more goodies. Ooh, what are you? Oh, you guys are going to land into a tank shell. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did. Which of you got those kills? Actually, wasn't one of my tanks that got the kills. Alright. It's fine. I see how it is. Hollow Decoy. Let's go ahead and get you going back here. It appears that this guy's been updated so that they're not limited to one Hollow Decoy, which means we can just kind of casually add a ridiculous amount of tankiness to our wave in the melee realm as well. Wanted to stream for whatever reason. What tips would you give? Just start. Just start. That's the best tip I can give. Second tip I can give is don't expect to make money off of it. Do it because you want to have fun for no other reason. You know what I want to do right now, even though I know it's not going to be the best option for winning this game? I want to build mass ghosts. I just want to hear those sniping sounds. I just kind of really want to hear those sniping sounds. No, that's fine. Let's max out on these upgrades first before doing anything else, and then you can carry on. Yeah, I know they can't snipe mechanical units. Fortunately, I'm facing off against Zerg, which doesn't have any mechanical units. And then pushing into a Hunter and Horner, which has a fair amount of biological units. So one thing I'm going to have to look out for is aberrations out of the Zagara here. Those are probably going to be the next big concern. Why did you unsiege right there, you silly AI? Yeah. It's fine. One of them survived until it got lasered down. Do I want another Hollow Decoy? Or additional Hellbat Rangers? Or additional tanks? Tank's probably a better option right now, actually. Right there. Also against the Zagara, it might be a really good idea to go Banshees. The Hunter Horder isn't going super hard into just for that ability. Yeah, the Horner isn't going super hard into Vikings. I'm already losing extremely hard to the Horner, or being cleaned up extremely hard by the Horner. Going Banshees would only make that deficit even worse. But it would help me clean out the Zagara wave a little bit stronger. And I think that might be worth. So let's try getting a couple of these guys. And with their cloak ability. So remember, these guys have an active ability that deals 75 damage to ground targets in an area, which instantly wipes out those Zerglings and the Banelings and such. Mass ghosts. Real tempted. Real tempted. But it would be really bad for this game, as the ghosts would waste all their snipes on the Zerglings. Things that the Aberrations wouldn't be taking the brunt of the damage. Which is what I need them to do. And to deal with the Aberrations, I just kinda have to face tank it all. There's no two ways about it. Yeah, that third siege tank, definitely a good call. They hit so hard. What computer do I use? I use a power... oh, what is the name of it? Why can't I remember the name of this? iBuyPower. It's an iBuyPower computer. Just another way of saying I was too lazy to build it myself. Get one more of these for tanky reasons. I'm putting them in the back because they have a charge ability. And I kind of want them to stagger. iBuyPower makes custom computers? Yes. You can customize a computer. There we go. Banshee do Banshee things. Where did Banshee go? Banshee got eaten by the Hunter Killers. I need to stack these guys up a bit. Have them stack their splash damage. And card not accustomed to a chill stream, I see. I know it doesn't really specify which computer I have. It's because it's custom. And it'd be better for me to just list the specs, which I don't happen to keep in mind right now because it's an old computer. Using Nova to snipe the Overseer is not a bad idea. It's not like Nova's gonna be doing anything else with that snipe. Oh, they have way too much detection right now. Yeah, no, I'm not going through that one. Alright, so how many kills are these Banshees getting? 14, that wave. It's pretty good. It's worth, I think. I saw you, Pixel. You don't have to mention it a bunch of times. Alright, so we've got Banshees to clear things up, if needed. What I really want them to do is, in an ideal scenario, they don't clean up Zerglings, they clean up the Hydralisks in the back. That's why I'm putting them so far back. But I think I need some more frontline units. May need a line of strike left to disable their air. The Zagara doesn't have any air. Yep. Alright then, here comes the super hard counter on the Scourge, so I'm not going aircraft anymore. Dude, that one was coming a mile away. Yeah, I need... oh dear. These Thors. They do extremely well for some of my units. Oh, we're being pushed back. Alright, so I gotta get more Hellbats in here. Put them in the front or the back? Let's put them a little bit further back, because they jump forward with their jump jets. Could I have the tech overhaul before it's done for the Saturday stream? Ooh, I'll have to look into that. I mean, for the science vessels, I mean, yes. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of anti-air, but that's then building for a wave that's not doing a whole lot to me, which I suppose isn't true anymore now that they're pushing into us. I need to really build against these Thors. It's gonna be a problem, because that's armored that's armored mechanical. For that I need the Marauders in large amounts, which gets super hard countered by the Zagar. Yeah, so they invested far. Well, that's not true. Not true at all. I was about to make a mistake in evaluation.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
No, Mass Tempest works well. Works well versus all the things. Very few things it doesn't work well against. Yeah, I need to build for these mass Thor plays. Well, time to switch up, change targets. Good. Luckily enough, these siege tanks work decently well versus the mass Thors because they hit for 100 damage against armored. So things like the aberrations and the Thors will get cleaned up nicely. And I'm not sure I need to keep investing into these Hellbats because they're not tanking Thor hits. They don't tank Thor hits very well. Thors just deal a gross amount of single target damage. Let's see. Marauder is really the option. Marauders can be kind of weak at times. I think the answer is yes. The Marauders are really the option. Gonna have to get them some upgrades at some point too.
Not enough minerals. Upgrade complete.
Let's have the Marauders burn down the. And the more I invest into Marauders, the less useful they're gonna be is the thing. Because the more we push into the Thor wave, the more we'll be pushing into the Zerg wave. And therefore make it less useful. This is going to be a rough one. But a Marine line help? I don't think so. They're not particularly good versus the Thors. They'd work versus the Scourge, but the Scourge aren't that big of a concern right now. They're not that high priority of a concern. The Marines definitely died of the Zerg wave, that's for sure. You play Hearthstone? I do not. Need to get more of these guys immediately. Line them up. Oh dear. Alright, you need to move back. And you... Oh, didn't get you in time. You know, for getting constantly slaughtered by the Scourge, these guys are getting a lot of kills. 32, 29, 17. Just keeps going on. The Banshees were not a bad call. They just, it's not an ideal circumstance for them. Possible to have a friend line here. Better go with tanks to Strike Alliance. I don't know about the Strike Alliance play. But tanks, yes. And if I'm going tanks, I can't not have a front. That's just how you lose. Alright. Time to invest into more Marauders. I do not play Hearthstone, no. Alright, I think we're getting on top of those, on top of the Thors. So now I gotta deal with the rest of the Zerg wave. Over here. Here. At least those creeper hosts are gonna carry us. That's a lot of creeper hosts. Good work, Tahaka. A few more tanks? I don't know if that's the right call. The tanks are good, but I don't know if that's the right call. I really don't know if that's the right call at all. From Marauders, they're going to be shredded by the irradiated science vessels. Shredded, I don't know if that's the right word. It still takes a long time to kill them. And the Marauders aren't normal Marauders. They have 350 HP, which is far and above the damage that the irradiate deals. Like this guy's irradiated, for example. Yeah, it deals 80 damage to the Marauder. That's not that big a concern over 80 seconds. Like, it's not insignificant, but it's not that big of a concern. I think just making sure these Thors never see the light of day
Not enough minerals.
might just be a better option. And then now to deal with the Zerg wave. Aircraft, not an option for me.
Not enough minerals.
Weather is actually really nice. It's very pleasant outside right now for me. Surround them too in this stack? Yes. Oh, those feedbacks, so brutal. Alright, let's clean up this Terran wave. Marauders, do your thing. Clean them up. Thank you. Oh, jeez. Jeez. I mean, I haven't seen any... Asking how you've done for the third game, I haven't seen anything exceptionally poor out of anyone on any team so far. Surprisingly long game. This is not that long. This is actually a pretty average length, I would say. So far. Though, I suspect it's going to go noticeably longer. Considering, our tank's going to help out significantly here. Or more of them anyways. I think 2 more tanks could probably help out a lot. Looks like our front line is getting obliterated by the Zerg forces far too quickly. At least what remains of our front line, which isn't saying much. Alright, so let's get another tank here. And add another tank on the other side. Welcome, Mr. Ron, to the chat. Hope you enjoy your stay. That sounds clickbaity, King. Get a couple more infantry upgrades. Let's go ahead and max those out. What else do we need? Strike Goliaths. I should get a couple Strike Goliaths just so I can deal with whatever random aircraft I have. But it's not going to be that big of a concern, I don't think. Banshees, did you already blow your loads? You did. That's unfortunate. You're going to come off cooldown. You will not come off cooldown, but you'll also kill everything because Covert Banshees are just disgustingly good. Weird. Alright. Now, against the Han and Horner wave specifically, I absolutely need Strike Goliaths. And if we're going to be pushing this far, because it looks like we finally got on top of things, definitely wasn't the siege tanks that caused the difference. Don't know what the difference was, but something changed. Probably something of the team. One of the teammates did something. I don't know what it was to cause the difference. Tanks are stacking and doing their damage. These siege tanks, for as much damage as they deal, don't seem to be getting a lot of kills. They just hit hard. But you know what? You know, whatever works. Alright, now we're up against the Zerg wave, finally. And how do we stand up against the Zerg wave? With Terran backup? Surprisingly well, actually. It looks like we just crushed through the entire unharmed Zerg wave and cleaned up the remaining Terran backline. Alright, I'm okay with this outcome. Oh, please land. Please land in front of the siege tanks. I don't know where the siege tanks shot. Oh, nope, yep, they shot them. Got like 5-7 kills each. Okay, so now we're pushing to the Zerg wave and just the Terran wave. I'm gonna invest into some of these Strike Goliaths. One here. One here. Let's get another Hellbat over here. Let's flesh out the Hellbats first, just because our front line's having some issues. Also, and get these so we can get that stun lock going. There we go. I think the Creeper host got to critical mass area. That's probably related. If I was forced to guess, I would say that is the difference that was made. These Banshees, when left alone, they just do so much work. It's so brutal. Look how fast the Thors just melt. Alright, please siege up. No, don't unsiege! No, at the wrong time. Oh, Dahaka, what did you do? Oh, jeez. Madman just ate all of those things. Alright, let's get one more. These. 10 seconds. Alright, we're going to save it for the next level of strike weapons. Boom, boom. Someone's lagging out. It's not no big surprise. You know, the snipes hitting those Scourge, I didn't notice this till just now, and I don't know if this is a reoccurring thing or if it's just a one-time thing. But those snipes hitting those Scourge saved my Banshees, leaving my Banshees to deal a gross amount of damage. If that's something that happens more often, I'm definitely going to invest into more Ghosts, just to have that happen more often. My Strike Goliaths are putting in some work. Spec Ops goes to 87 kills. That's what I want to see. Most of them are going to be Zerglings, but, you know, is what it is. This Artinus wave should probably use a bit more Immortals. Oh, yeah, especially because he's spawning against the Terran wave. Oh, yeah, dude. So, this player is playing as Swan, and every one of his units is mechanical, and nearly every one of them is armored, which means Immortals hard counter about 90 to 95% of his units. Dude, just get out Immortals, just march across the field and hard counter the living daylights out of him. Make him rue the day that he chose Swan as his commander. Like against a Swan Commander, you don't have nearly enough Immortals in here. Dragoons are good for this too. They have the same kind of versus armored, so just Dragoons and Immortals just clear everything out. Keep in mind that the Dragoons don't do well, or the Immortals don't shoot up, but the Dragoons do. So you want to mix in some both. Alright. I don't know why I didn't notice that one before. The whole airfield is taken. I suppose only in front, yes. Yeah, so it just seems that the whole Scourge being sniped thing is going to be a reoccurring event. So I'm using the best in some more ghosts to keep these Banshees alive. Because look, they're alive and they're slaughtering things here. Which is what we want. The Reapers. If I can keep my aircraft alive, then I can invest into a Liberator, which does air splash damage and will clear out a lot of those Reapers. It should help. Alright, so ghosts are the call for the moment. 2 more of you guys. You see, start racking up your eliminations. You have this guy's got 128 kills. He's got more kills than Nova does. That's a pretty pro ghost right there. 1 hour, here we come. Nah. Oh, okay, so they just like tripled the amount of Scourge they had. I think they heard me. That's unfortunate. I know they had a couple Corruptors before. Alright, so are we cleaning up the Zerg? Oh, we're not cleaning up the Terran wave, that's for sure. So what's a unit that can help us here? If we can't go air at all, just because it's Zagara. Those Hydras are nasty. We've got a decent front line. Probably use a few more Marauders to help deal with those Terran units. Dump you in here and here. Here and here. There. Oh, look at that line of Immortals. Just walking across and surrounding and slaughtering all of those tanks and Thors. And it's beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? Unfortunately, it's taking them to... Oh, my lord. Look at the gross amount of Scourge. So that means we're never taking air control. Ever. Period. Although this is tempting me to get a line of Marines now. Marines, never a bad decision, just not always a good decision. Split the Ghost because the Banelings aggression. If the Banelings are getting to our backline, then we've already lost the wave. Scourge might be cheaper to build. Ah, yes, they are far cheaper to build than Ghosts. I mean, that's one way to claim air superiority. Alright, so at some point I'm going to have to stop looking at the battle, just because that means that our frames are going to live longer. Which is, you know, sad, but I suppose reality. We can go ahead and get these upgrades here. We'll never be getting the Raid Liberator then. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, there's literally Scourge making it to the next line. That's not good. That's not good at all. I'm so glad they crashed the buildings. But hey, you know, my wave still cleans things up really nicely. Yeah, because the Marines will work at... Don't look at mid, too much lag and pain. Oh yeah. That's what it's turning into. Alright, so these Marines, they hit hard, they do well, they'll clear up Scourge nicely. Should leave them and have them on a row over here. That way they help defend my air units that are clustered in that corner. So many storms. Ha! Yeah. All of those Scourge just got wiped out by the Marines and Ghosts. All of that Scourge, and it's not enough. Alright, congratulations boys, we have air control again. I'm going to build more Marines, just in case. Alright, one more Marine. There we go. And probably also get a couple more Ghosts, because they're seem to be working this well. Remember, the Marines do work versus some of these air units. Would selling off the Banshees be worth it? Assuming that we're going to lose the Banshees every time, then yes. Not a good assumption, as we've just managed to keep them alive. And every time these Banshees stay alive, they're getting 7 kills apiece, which is good. So Psionic Storm, extremely not useful versus all of these floors and such, but super useful versus the Zerg wave. Alright, well, rip all of those aircraft. Let's try to clear these out of the skies. Oh, no. Yeah, they got more Scourge again. It's, hey, Marines are doing good things. I still like the idea of having the Marines lined up in the back like this.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Question, who's winning this? Technically we are? Technically? Yeah, this is my new longest match. Alrighty, Gibbs, have a good one. Like, we own the middle, and we have consistently owned the middle, so we are gaining more money, but that's a tiny, that's like arguing a technicality. Yeah, look at the Immortal line. The Immortal line is crushing the Terran line. This poor Terran line is just going to be obliterated. Unfortunately, the Zerg swarm is disgusting, and it's blowing everything away. Many-fold over. Is Zag still in the air? Yes! Hi, yes! Uncontested. Uncontested ownage of the air. There we go. Get the last gas, so the last gas takes 12 and a half minutes to pay for itself. I could get it, but that's assuming that this game is going to go on for another 12 minutes. Not a good assumption, and hasn't been a good assumption for the past 15 minutes. It might honestly, I doubt it, but it might honestly. This is still the match that's gone the longest for me. I'm kind of surprised people haven't crashed out yet.
I'll make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, if you got it a long time ago, then it was worth, probably. Either that, or you're the reason we haven't won yet, because we should have won 20 minutes ago with that extra 300 worth of minerals that you spent. One of the two options. Alright, so if my units survive, we're facing Han and Horner. And for that reason, we need a... Oh, we're touching it! We're touching it! Oh, Come on. Yes! The siege tank from downtown. GG. Got him. Ah, yes. Wow. Wow, that's a lot. He tanked almost 600,000 damage. My teammate did take 600,000 damage. That was a lot of work. Alright, we did good things, guys. We did very good things, guys. Be very, very well done. Alright, well, I hate to wind down a live stream, but this has been a very, very good one. The servers can, in fact, take a break. So I'm going to have to bid all of you adieu for now. And in the time being, make sure to look forward to the next video we have coming up. And as always, we'll be streaming again on Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going live with Forts, one of our favorites here on the channel. In fact, the favorite here on the channel. But for now, I'll see you guys later.